You're still watching Ways. Now, July 21st dedicates a giant menu of items to National Junk Food Day. Yeah. So each year, the day permits us to chew down on the foods we usually don't include in our daily diet. So junk food, by definition, typically contains high fat, sugar, salt, and calories, and very little nutritional value. So if you haven't already indulged yourself, feel free to do so today. But this is an international holiday national holiday for the people living in the US. So if you go chop junk food, it's okay. But I'm not a fan of junk food, actually.
Neither am I.
What do you call junk food?
Burgers, pizza.
But it's not just there's junk food in different forms. Like today when I was eating, part of what I ate was ribs. And when I just, bit on it, I could feel the I knew I had sinned.
Director, please switch both of them their mics. That's the punishment. And they were quiet as if they will switch off your mic. They will switch it on. I'm not listening again. All right, so that's
kind of tasty. Yeah. Sorry.
What did you find for us in the news? Let's be serious.
Okay, my story is about what kind of women are we churning out today. So we have women who are actually engaging in fraudulent activities. So we have NDLEA bust female drug gang, nabs lady with multiple identities for trafficking 296,000 tabs of illicit drugs. And the drugs which she actually got is called diazepam, something like that. And diazepam, okay. So it's a 6-year-old lady called Chioma Afam who uses multiple identities and wears a hijab. Can you imagine that? To evade security scrutiny, and has been arrested by operatives of National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, in Benue State, along with her partner called Peace Chidinma Caleb, who is 22 years old. Now imagine 26 and 22. So obviously it's a 36. There's actually influence in the 22.
No, you'll be shocked though.
Right.
So basically, and for trying to smuggle a total of 296,000 tablets of diazepam and Extol 5 from Onitsha, Anambra State, to Gombe State. So it calls for questioning, because first she took out time to, wear the hijab, had multiple identities.
Because she's going into the north now, so it explains why she would want to do that.
And aside from that, she has multiple identities. She has been able to give herself different names. So it's premeditated. She knows what she's doing.
That's part of, what's it called? That's part of the drug life, and the people that do all these illegal things. You must have
to have false identity.
So if
to be able to maneuver the system.
Yes, that's it.
It's sad. It's so sad.
I remember I took a story, I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago, of the 91-year-old man that was distributing drugs somewhere in the north. I think it was Gombe as well, I'm not sure. So this drug use is quite huge, and I'm very happy that NDLEA, they have really stepped up. I mean, they've been doing a lot. All right, Norman, what do you find for us in the news?
Well, what I found was concerning our topic today, coincidentally, it says e-results transmission possible, Atiku's group says. And the group, the Atiku Support Organization, says real-time electronic transmission of election results is 100% possible in Nigeria, right? So contrary to the position of the Transparent Election Phobic All Progressives Congress-led Senate, the group is canvassing concerning the argument that in a statement they made on Wednesday, that by Dr. Elmo Victor, and the statement says with 98% tele-density rate, over 80% MTN Nigeria, 3G broadband coverage, real-time transmission of election results is 100% possible. So they're trying to argue that
all this one that they're saying,
yes, that it's possible in these times and we can make it work, even though the National Assembly is still going back and forth
on it.
concerning it. So it's something, well, it ties with what we're going to discuss this evening anyway.
Yeah.
Yes.
So mine is actually quite interesting. It's also somewhat, you know, I saw a video. I don't know if they can pull out that video. Of a young man in Austria. I think he's a Nigerian living in Austria, assaulting the female footballers in what's it called, in the Super Falcons. Yes, if they can play that video, just a short clip. Let me
to speak to you people, please. I'm also a Nigerian. I live in Vienna. I seek a soul here in Vienna, and I'm living here for over so many years. And you people are representing a terrorist organization, a terrorist government. You Nigerian youth should be very ashamed of yourselves. Every one of you here should be very, very ashamed of yourself. I will speak to you. This can't happen in another European country that their youth are representing a government. Stay quiet, stay quiet, stay quiet. A football team should know that we are suffering the youth of Nigeria. Over 10 million Nigerian youth are abroad doing nothing. And you people who are supposed to know the truth are representing a terrorist organization called Buhari, kidnapping his citizens, killing youths. Excuse me, stay quiet, Mr. Man. I'm speaking, I'm not causing any problem. Do you understand? Yeah, I am speaking to these youths who have refused to recognize. No, I will. If you touch me, I will call the police on you. If you touch me, I will call the police on you. This is not Nigeria. This is not Nigeria. If anyone who touch me will get the police. This is Vienna, Austria. This is not a third world country. This is not a third world country. You are representing a government which are killing their people. You cannot be ashamed of yourself. Don't push me. When you touch me, it's strictly here. Don't touch me. Go away. This is a democratic nation.
I mean, this was really a really long video. There was a point where he asked, I mean, one of the ladies, the footballers, asked him, so what would you have us do? You know, how would you fight? If you say you want to correct a system, you want to change a terrorist government like you claim, or you call them a terrorist government, you know, because he was citing the incident that happened at the Lekki toll gate, where he was saying that a lot of Nigerian youth were killed. You know, why would you still now represent, you know, this kind of leaders? You should form like a solidarity and, you know, revolt and say, you know what, anything that has to do with Nigeria, we're not doing. So the young lady asked him, what would you have us do? How do you then, what are you proposing that we do to change the system or change the status quo? You know, so that was why I actually took this topic, because one of the biggest ways to actually...
Did he respond?
You know, well, I don't think he had a solution for it, but one of the biggest ways to actually fight some of these things that we're talking about is through our voting processes, you know. So, and that's why I picked the story, because we're talking the elections today, we're talking the electoral amendment bill and all of that. So how can we make sure that we are putting the right people in government, you know, so that going forward we have better governance? I mean, he was bragging. They couldn't even touch him. He said, you think this is Nigeria? This is not Nigeria. You can't, if you touch me, I call the police on you, you know. So he was, you know, expressing himself. I don't really subscribe to that style of, you know, attacking them. Because
accusing
really,
people that it's really not their fault.
It's not their fault. It's not their fault. All right, so we're going to take a break now. When we return from the break, we'll be going into the conversation for today. Stay with us. We'll be right back.